Hey guys, this is Bankai reporting live from the Nexus, and today I'm bringing you more Hawken PvP. So just a quick disclaimer guys, if I end up uploading this commentary with some significant or even subtle mistakes in the commentary, it's probably because of two things, right? For one, I'm going unscripted, and two, I think I'm going to upload this video as soon as I record it, because I find that the Share Factory program on PlayStation Network has been deleting some of my clips, my commentary clips, and I'm just losing content. It's happened twice now, and I'm not sure why. So I'm just giving a quick disclaimer, guys. If you hear me talking some craziness in this video and it hasn't been removed, it's probably because of that reason. Anyway, let's jump right into this video. So what do I mean when I tell new players that they should strive to exploit the meta? Now this goes for any gamer who is new, whether it's in Hawken or COD or whatever it is you're playing, right? In my opinion, all gamers who intend to become competent or great at a game should strive to exploit the meta. And what this means is pretty much you want to observe what's happening in the PvP sphere, right? And you want to look at certain mechanics and certain elements within that environment, and you want to leverage them, right? So let's break it down specifically to Hawken. For instance, in 1v1s, especially high tier 1v1s, you'll find that the mech selection or the choice of mechs are usually always the same mechs, right? You have Recruit, obviously, Brawler, Vanguard, Sharpshooter, and a few others. But what you will definitely notice a lot of the times is that it's the mechs that the meta favors in terms of strength and flexibility, right? Because even the Sharpshooter, which is a very team-oriented mech, it's also good for 1v1s. And so obviously you'll find that competent players use it in this context quite a lot. Now, some might want to make the argument that sticking to the strongest mechs somehow makes a player, you know, I don't know, like less impressive, or I don't know. I'm not even sure what kind of strong argument can be made against someone who is using wisdom and common sense in order to reap the best results. Look at it this way. I mean, you don't get rewarded in life for making poor decisions that end up, you know, making you live an unfulfilled life. No, there's a saying that there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Especially in business, you'll hear people say this, right? You look at something that's successful and you copy it in order to get a desired result. Right? No one is going to get props for abandoning the framework and becoming a failure, right? Who rewards this person? That doesn't make sense. You know, a loose but similar thing can be observed in even films and other forms of storytelling. Things are cliched for a reason. You know, things are cliche because they work. So if we apply it to the context of gaming, it's like the best players are resorting to these particular mechs because they make the most sense based on what's happening in the meta. And if you try to go against the grain in this case, chances are you're going to fail or you're not going to make an impression. Now I can apply this to myself and my own approach to the game. For instance, I started out as an assault pilot like most bronze, because that mech is high risk, high reward, zero risk, right? So you use the assault, you hit a button, you get kills. So it attracts a lot of low tier players or intermediate players who don't really have an understanding of timing and can't really maximize the potential of the tow rocket or, you know, any other weapon that requires a great deal of judgment on the part of the pilot. But I found that the assault, while the meta, quote unquote, you know, favors it, this mech can really have terrible effects on the growth of a gamer or a pilot, right? I find that the assault limits you. It doesn't put you in a position where you have to think and where you have to solve problems. And because of that, I find that a lot of assault pilots, not all of them, but a lot of them, they have a very linear play style, and that makes them easy to predict, especially due to the fact that a lot of them overestimate the power of the assault. And I think I speak on this in videos that I did some time ago. But the point is, so I discarded that mech that the meta favors, and I looked to other mechs, starting with the recruit, because I found that the recruit was powerful, but it also put you in positions where you'd have to use your brain, right? And I also focused on the vanguard. The recruit and vanguard are the two mechs I started to learn first because the meta favors them, and they're also mechs that help you to grow and understand the game. The raider, I don't put so much time into it. It's a great mech, but I just don't think it's as flexible as the recruit, and the raider is very forgiving. Regardless of the power of the T-bolt, it's still pretty forgiving to your opponents, and it gives them time to recover. And I don't like that aspect to the raider, which is why I don't put that much training into it, even though I do practice it, especially in 1v1s. But yeah, I basically just sifted through the meta. I looked at the mechs that make the most sense, like the brawler. I've recently started practicing the brawler, because the brawler is one of those mechs that's definitely undeniable in the current meta. But that's enough from me. What do you guys think? Do you think it's wise to exploit the meta of a PvP game if you're trying to be a top player? Or do you think someone who is using a mech or a tactic that is unviable in the current meta is automatically a better pilot? Be sure to comment below and let me know your thoughts. So basically, I'm wondering if you think pilots should be praised for being experimental as opposed to effective and shrewd in how they approach PvP. By the way, remember to like and to share this video, and definitely hit subscribe, unless of course you're a waste man. That's right guys, I don't make videos for waste man. Until next time, bang, Kai out.